You're all gathered here because you're people of faith. And people who have faith also have hope. We don't give up because our faith supports us. So I'm so happy to see today how we have all come together from different backgrounds. I'm speaking in English because I think as all of you have made the decision to leave your countries and come to this great United States of America to live here. And English is the language that is spoken here, so I suppose you all know English. Ji, सीधी बात है. So anyway, as I was saying, that's a very important fact. आप में से दीगर लोगों ने दुआ भी की. That is also our strength. Prayer, whatever religion you belong to, prayer strengthens your faith. And as I said, that gives us hope to continue. But I was a little confused in the beginning because I was not sure. Suddenly, I came a few hours ago from South Carolina. And I was told that there's a meeting, and I was not even sure. Pakistan Christian Association of the USA. I was not familiar with them. I see many familiar faces that I have known in Pakistan very well. Ex-police officers, a couple of politicians, and some others, and my priest friends, where we have all studied together in Pakistan. But I did not know about this association. And I want to say congratulations to you that you are doing this good work.
Thank you.
Another thing is, without unity, we can never get anything done. Although Father Arsi gave us the example of what happened 800 years ago, which in the Catholic Church we are celebrating, when a man from a small city in Italy called Assisi, his name was Francis, and he was a monk, Rahib. He took a very bold step. And that was the time when the Crusades were going on. Muslims and Christians were killing each other. एक दूसरे को काफिर कह रहे थे दोनों. And we were fighting for the Holy Land. Fighting a holy cause and killing each other. This man, we call him a saint. He was like a monk, rahib, but also more like a Sufi or like a sannyasi. He would go around preaching about peace, and his beautiful prayer, Lord, make me an instrument of peace. Ae Khuda, mujhe amn ka wasila bana de. That we should be channels of peace. God should give us not only have meetings and talk about peace, that is very easy. I have received so many invitations. Today was a very sudden invitation. I was not expecting it at all. So it was, we normally come together, have a cup of tea and have snacks and talk about peace, and we go away and we forget what we have said. How to really... Now the big step that St. Francis of Assisi took, he left his monastery and like a sadhu, wearing a very rough robe and a stick, a rasa bandha usne aise upar se. Not a belt even, and wearing chappals, he went to the Sultan of Egypt. I think that time his name was Muhammad II, Sultan of Egypt, during the time of the Sleepy Jung, the Crusades. And he said, I want to meet the Sultan. The Lord can say, who are you? What kind of a dress are you wearing? कौन से बादशाह के एलची हैं आप? Which king do you represent? And he said, I'm the ambassador of the great king. I have come to give you his message. Akele gaya wo. Entirely on his own. Even many priests in the churches were preaching about this idea of jihad. Jihad means Christian jihad in that sense. Holy war. और उधर से वही हो रहा था. And this man alone has the courage that I will go and meet the Sultan in Egypt. And he went like that. And when he said that, I'm the ambassador of the great king, I have come with a message of peace. Why are we fighting and killing each other? और एक दूसरे को जलील करना. वो काफिर से और उसको काफिर कह रहे दोनों एक दूसरे को काफिर. So he did not succeed in stopping the crusades, but he went back to Italy and he started preaching his experience of meeting the Sultan. In other words, the enemy. And he told them about what he saw there, about the life of the Muslims. And first thing he said was, they are also believers in one God. What has gone wrong? They pray 5 times a day. He was very impressed. He was treated very kindly by the Sultan and he was given many gifts. But he didn't want all those gifts. He went back with this message. And that's when that prayer of his, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. अगर हर एक समझे कि मैं एक वसीला हूँ अमन और भाईचारे का, वहाँ से हम शुरू करें. It's not only meetings. You know, in February 2005, the previous Pope, Pope Francis, who died last year, he had very good relationships with Dr. Muhammad Tayyab, Chancellor of the University of Al-Azhar, very old university of the world. And they met each other a number of times and they came to the conclusion that let us jointly prepare a document. क्या कहेंगे? दस्तावेज. And what was the title? It was called Akhuvat-e-Insaniyat. Akhuvat-e-Insaniyat. Not talking about this religion or that religion. Insaniyat ki baat thi. And this message was for the whole world. And they came together where? In Abu Dhabi. At the invitation of the Sheikh. You're most welcome. And it was signed there. I happened to be present. I was invited. It was like a small stadium. Half-round stadium. Not very big. Not more than 500 people. Very few people were invited. Top journalists were invited. And kaisa nazara tha wo. We were all sitting, waiting for the Pope and Dr. Tayyab to arrive, and with the Sheikh of the UAE. And they arrived, a white helicopter came, and it went down. There were trees, so we couldn't see. But then they came together. The Sheikh was holding the hand of the Pope, this side, and of Dr. Tayyab, and led them onto the stage where everything was set, 2 sets of this document, Akhuvat-e-Insaniyat, and they both had to sign and exchange with each other. But this document hardly got any promotion in the press. In Pakistan, hardly anybody knows about it. Very few people. So then you see that saying things, saying good things, talking about it, the effect doesn't go. Now what was happening in Israel, how many people went and tried to stop that massacre of the Palestinian people. And among them was the son of the late Abdul Sattar Edi, if you have heard the name, those who are not Pakistanis. A wonderful man. People were trying to arrange that he should receive the, what is it called? Nobel Peace Prize. I also signed that petition, like in Kuch Nahi Bana. He's a wonderful man. Now his son is like him. He went from Pakistan. They took food for the children of Palestine who were suffering and dying of starvation. But of course, the Israelis were very strict. They stopped them, they even put them in jail for a few days, mistreated them, and they came back. But I admire such a person. Or like St. Francis, he took a step. I must do something. I must do something. Otherwise, insan nahi badlega. We have the same nature thousands of years ago. We are making the same mistakes. After the Second World War, the whole world said, Toba, Toba. We should never have such a terrible war again. We were fighting for 5 and 6 years. All over the world, the Eastern Front, Japan was involved, Russia was involved, all of Europe was involved. And the damage that was done and the millions of people who were killed, they said, no, we must stop this now. No more fighting. What did our insaniyat ne hame kya sikhaya? Let us have a United Nations where all countries will come together with their problems. Or ainda agar aise kuch ho, there should be no more war. Has that worked? No. Has it worked to stop the war in the Middle East? No. They are defenseless. The UN can hardly do anything except make speeches and appeals in this nice, beautiful building they have. So where are we? That's why it's wonderful every time I attend meetings like this, that we have that hope in us, keep that hope alive. And as I said, it is your faith. Kya? Kuch banega ke nahi? We should never give up. Don't ever give up. So I'm so glad to hear of the work that is going on. You know that sometimes you find some very good examples, like India-Pakistan, Kartarpur, that corridor. That I think was a very nice solution when Imran Khan was our president. He listened. He listened that here is something I can do something. Make it easier for our Sikh brethren to come to visit Kartarpur there. And it was done and it works. Even for Visak, so many Sikhs from India come and vice versa. But anyway, politics is something else. There are a few politicians here and politics is important. But the people should be aware, people like you are aware. Keep that faith, trusting in God who created us, that we can make a change in the world. Bas yahi mera target hona chahiye. So I want to commend you. It was all very sudden because this is a private visit. I am not speaking on behalf of anybody, only myself. I came from a private visit because Father Nasser Gulfam, he's celebrating 30 years as the anniversary of his priesthood. And there's another priest who is 50 years. So, as my former student, we have kept touch over the years. And he was inviting me. And I'm very glad that Father asked us out. So I came for a very private and personal motive until suddenly I was told about this. So I'm so glad I was here today, and I must thank you for the award.
Thank you.
Award given to me on behalf of somebody who doesn't know me.
See, you're the only one it is made in one day. It's never done in one day, but
It's take almost 5-6 days.
It's like 6-8 days process. But
Right.
I personally went, and we want to tell you that we are honored that you are visiting, and we want to give this award.
It's this kind of goodwill and this positive thinking really that helps us to build a better world. And let us keep to that in our own simple way. St. Francis, he went wearing chappals and choga with a rassa around his waist. I'll go to the king and talk. Because he was a Christian himself and he saw that there were Christians who were promoting the Salibi Jangi. So he said, I'll go to the other side and try to talk to them. And he was treated with great respect. He didn't stop the wars, but he gave us an example of how we should work for good. let God make all of us a channel of His peace and love. Dear brothers and sisters in the faith, I thank all of you. Thank you very much for honoring